This is the Rebel Scum podcast. Available in video on YouTube and audio wherever you listen to your podcasts. Every week, Brock and James talk the latest
we do.
rumors, news, and theories from a galaxy far, far away.
Brock, you there?
Yeah.
Let's just do this.
Here's Brock and James.
Woo! Yay!
Welcome. Episode 290. I was going to guess that too. I should have gone with my instinct.
Gotta go with your gut, man. Gotta go with your gut.
Rebel Scum podcast. I'm Brock. This is James.
You should just do the talking for me because we don't know if I'm gonna hold out or not. Okay, it might not work out. So you should do before we get going. We are going to talk about the Ahsoka trailer, which came out today. The new trailer, which debuted today, and people on the internet seem to like it for the most part. And you know what that means, Brock? Show me the board. KK got poo canned. She got poo canned. No more KK at Lucasfilm. She ruined Indiana Jones. She ruined Willow. And she ruined Star Wars. And she ruined Red Tails. Ruined Red Tails. Hey, Heidi, and hey, Skywalker's Academy.
What was I going to say? I actually, came across an article saying that Kathleen Kennedy has been fired. I'm like, wow, these exist. Wow.
It is crazy how there's this obsession with Kathleen Kennedy for the last 6 years. When did The Last Jedi came out? 2017? The last 5 years, because 5.5 years, there's been this weird obsession, and Too Bad 2 knows what's going on. She was fired, but there's been this really weird obsession with Kathleen Kennedy that you don't hear from other studios. You know what I mean? It's no one's complaining to the president of Lionsgate about the last 2 movies they didn't like. Do you know what I mean? No one's calling for that person's head. But Kathleen Kennedy, somehow she's at the forefront, and people are obsessed with her, and it's an unhealthy obsession at this point. But we fire her weekly for views.
Yeah, for views.
Yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
Yeah. It's weird because people know Bezos owns Amazon and Elon Musk. It's when people put themselves out in the front, it's oh, but anyways. Who cares? We got a trailer. We have something to talk about. This is exciting. Now, I didn't even know another trailer was coming out today. You sent it to me, and I was like...
No, I didn't know either. I went on Twitter, and Star Wars Twitter account released a poster, and I quote tweeted "Ooh, a poster!" What? It was a cool poster, whatever. It's Ahsoka. It was what it was. And then I'm walking. I went on this walk, and all of a sudden, the new teaser. I was like, "What are you talking about?" And I watched it. I've only seen it once. I was outside on the sunniest day of the year, and I was on the busiest road where I work.
Oh, yeah.
So I had it cranked, but also on Twitter, which is good, is they put subtitles on things so I could read what they were saying. So I know what was being said. I don't think I missed anything there, but it was I had it cranked though, and a loud truck came, and I go, "Did she say master?"
Oh.
One of these days. Anyway, I haven't had a chance to see it again, but you have seen it 47,000 times.
That's just a random number he made up in his head, folks. But we're going to attempt to watch this frame by frame right here in the podcast because that's an old idea that YouTubers have, so we're going to stick with it.
Should we scream at it? Why are her blades white?
We're not going to play audio because we will get shut down.
No, we'll do the audio over top of it.
Yeah, we're just... I mean, go and watch it. It's great. we just want to like, really look at it fine tune because there's a lot of fun details in this, and I'm like, yo.
And I suggested this on Twitter. Every time they say Anakin, you take a shot. I was like, yeah, he like. Sorry, before we play, can we just talk about yesterday? David Filoni said that Anakin was the greatest Jedi. And
Yeah,
people really were like offended by that. And do you know what my reaction was to that, Brock?
Good.
Fictional characters.
Oh, I see. You mean to the outrage?
Yeah, no, to the whole thing. It's like, yeah, okay, I kind of agreed with Filoni. I'm like, I don't disagree. And then like people are getting mad. I'm like, this is fake, right? Like Stanley always said the best thing to me when somebody said who would win in a fight, the Hulk versus whoever, and he goes, whoever the writer wants.
Yeah.
Like it's a bogus fight, man. It's whoever you want. That's how I always every time someone brings that character wouldn't do that. I'm like, I might not like the decision that they made, but the writer decides it, man. Like, they're fake people. They don't have their own minds to do what they want. And like, yeah. Anyway, so before we get into it, I just wanted to laugh at that. Heidi disagrees with everything I say.
Yeah. Well, she's our boss, so she can do whatever she wants.
So true. Actually, if Heidi says it, I gotta change my tune.
Yeah,
that's why on Twitter it says our opinions are not our own. Or no, our opinions are our own. Whatever that is. All right, let's get to this trailer so I can actually see.
Boom,
Master.
Boom. All right, bring it up, James.
Oh yeah, I gotta do that. This is what happens when you put an old guy in charge of technology. Oh, it went full screen, Brock. Is this okay? Do we want to do full screen or want to do this screen?
There we go.
Oh, hey-oh.
So if like we start cutting out, we'll just stop sharing screen. But like, yeah. Anyways,
so you guys can just watch along on your own at home.
So like as always, it's like a great, look at the spaceship look from Star Wars, and that looks like a Mon Cala cruiser. I don't know. Let's start moving and see what. I'll just hit play. Actually,
is this okay? There was one shot where I thought I saw a Purgle, a space whale. Is this it?
I don't know. That is a good question.
My screen's very dark. I should brighten it.
No, so we're in the what do you call it? Landing bay of whatever that ship is, or we're assuming. Here's our two Siths, and I think there is captioning. But I wonder if I downloaded it, if it's there. I love that they're holding on. Whoops, they're holding on to like the egg helmet things from the first one, but it's like, but I'm not totally sure. I watch this as if like, oh, this is during the original trilogy, but that's not. Ahsoka takes place during Mando season 3. They're in tandem.
Well, I gotta bring that up later on because I don't know when this takes place anymore. Things happen. Like there's a time jump in this.
Yeah, like Rosario Dawson does say that at some point in an interview, but like, yeah, we don't know but like. So then we can, for right now, just assume that this is New Republic era, Republican fighter, soldier, whatever you want to call them. Pew pew. But they aren't protected from anything.
Oh God, R.I.P. But he looks amazing there, by the way.
Yeah. Like it looks. This scene looks amazing.
Balin,
yeah. So did we know their names? That's why I brought up the captions.
I believe their names were announced at Celebration. This guy survives. That's Lord Santeca, who got stabbed there, Brock. He survived.
That looks really good.
So
like
good.
I'm sure we've seen something like this.
No,
but
and
this
everybody
close of a shot, it looks awesome.
Yeah, and everybody in Kenobi got stabbed, survived. So I'm hoping he stays deceased. That's Obi-Wan's brother.
So, whabam, Lucas.
I love the red Lucas.
Obi-Wan. Look, that's yeah, and I love that it's usually just on black, but like to have it over.
Yeah.
So we're seeing some kind of Jedi temple, whatever. This person is giving us almost like Ahsoka vibes. I'm sure someone's already looked up like, oh, maybe this is Ahsoka and this is an orb and blah, blah, blah. Because she's out of time. I'm curious, like, will they talk about the fact that she gets yanked out of like time by Ezra?
You know what? I didn't think they would, because I always say the world between worlds is such a slippery slope. Like, you don't really want to play with that. But when you look at, I just mentioned earlier, like they had that poster today, and I think they had like that thing where Filoni said Anakin was the greatest Jedi. He's wearing a T-shirt with the Ahsoka logo, and all over that logo is like world between world kind of like vibes to them both. So I feel like we're going to play a little bit in that play. I don't know to what extent, but I feel like it'll get a nod. Something about it will get a nod for sure.
Yeah, I mean, just the thought of that actually happening is crazy.
And they go to the multiverse, and the TVA is there. And guess what? They're all in Deadpool 3.
Ooh, Deadpool 3.
That's actually what I wanted to talk to you about today, and then this trailer ruined my show.
So we get the same shot of General Thrawn again.
Yeah, again. It's a great shot. I will say it is a great shot, though.
And this, I can't tell. This looks like the villains going to some kind of, I don't know. If this was Legend of Zelda, it's like, oh, this is where our shrine is. So let's just call it a Sith temple or something.
This was the Legend of Zelda.
Oh, I didn't notice this person last time. So, like, is this... Because I think also I saw later in the trailer that there was a spinning lightsaber a la the Inquisitors. So then are we assuming that Balin and I forget what the woman's name is, Sin or something like that? Are they Inquisitors? They're definitely the bad guys, but...
I'm back.
Oh, there you are. You're back.
So,
anyway.
I was just like, I didn't want to talk about the last thing you showed. I was like, I don't want to talk about this.
Anyways, Shin, Dale says
Shin-Hati.
Is Shin-Hati. Shin. So I'm not sure if like maybe that's another Inquisitor. Oh, I didn't even notice this. I'm glad we're doing this.
There's a rumor going around, Brock, that she was in Mando season 2, if you recall. She is a Night Sister, is the rumor that she will be a Night Sister.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, rumor going around. I don't know if Dale heard that or not, but I did.
So this is cool. This is
that's wicked.
This is like a compass or something. Very similar to that of what the map we see in oh gosh, what is it called? Force Awakens. You know, like that they have to fill in that R2 shows. Obviously, it's not an R2. Oh, but then, who's this? I'm invading your ship. Now you die. Wham, wham. Visuals look awesome in this, even though this looks like probably digitized. And then we get Hera. I feel like we saw this
She's
clip
all
in
over
the last one.
Yeah, but now she talks. She's
But
all
like
over
at this point,
trailer,
she
though.
talks too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where's Jason?
Where's Jason? Course. Yeah, I know. No one in the like other cockpit or whatever. But this is definitely the Phantom. What's this
Ghost?
thing? It's carrying. It feels like isn't it? The Ghost is the main ship. No.
Yeah, you're right.
And then Phantom is the. Oh, there we go. I have yet to notice. What do you call him? Chopper. Like I knew he was coming back, but like this is great. And of course,
how like well did these things translate to live action though? Like it's kind of crazy.
I don't know.
Like, it's like the Wolverine thing that we just kind of joked about, where it's like you can't do it in live action, and like now these filmmakers are like, yeah, screw you, I can do whatever I want. Yeah. Like cosplayers could do it, we could do it.
Yeah, no, it's so true. It's and like you just have to let someone do their job and put it in. So we saw the shot. I think last trailer as well.
Yep.
But most importantly, I think we get it's not here. This guy right here. We're gonna talk about this Lego set for the Ghost that came out. This Mon Cala pilot is one of the characters in it too. So I'm like, oh, this person might be important, or they're just like, hey, let's just put the cool looking character as a playset thing. It's like I think Kara's here saying like I've fought in a war all my life, and I'm like, there we go, a finally tight of Genevieve, whatever her name is. But I read she's not in this very long. I mean, space. Like when you're in space, you age slower.
I think it's just one of those things where you just have to accept that it's a different actress playing her, and just like I think that's just how it is. But to your point about her being in it, not that much, it makes sense because the one like the Aftermath trilogy, they kind of got better as it went on, as I always said. But one thing that I couldn't stand about it, and it really played this way through multiple novels. 8 years ago when they came out, whenever it was they were just like, my Mothma's sick, and they just kept throwing her like to the side like she's nothing and she's sick. So I can kind of see why she wouldn't be in this that long, because I mean, you put her in and people are gonna get mad because they're like, but she's supposed to be sick. She's supposed to be sick. So like, I don't know, like I'm not sure what you do there. I would prefer her being a part of it because she's an Andor. Like they've made her a significant character. It's like since Disney took over, especially, they've really made her a significant character, even though she was cut out of Revenge of the Sith, obviously, but they brought her back for Rogue One and then Andor, and like she keeps coming back. And so for me, I would like to see her in it a lot more, but I just, if it might get muggy with the canon novels.
Yeah, no, absolutely. She's like the Wong of Star Wars Disney era, where like he's in more things than Doctor Strange is. So Mon Mothma, Mong instead of Wong. So it's
Wong is the best, by the way.
He is the best, and he needs to be in more things. Hands down, one of the best part of She-Hulk. Here we go. Ahsoka exiting his ship. Have you ever seen a character exit the ship? But here we go. This is like why we're here, and this is like my first reaction out of watching this was like, oh, I'm rewatching Rebels. I have a month to rewatch Rebels, which I think is doable. But yeah, like it's like it's like everything about this is like Filoni's like, haha, we put everything in here that I made.
I think that honestly, like, more power to him. Like, why not? Mm-hmm. Why not play with the toys that you created? Okay, you're going from if people haven't watched the animated show, they haven't watched it. You're going to do it in a way that people can adjust to it. And they keep hinting at this being Rebels season 5, but I don't know, like live action, you're going to reach such a bigger audience, and you're going to like he's doing a movie now because of this. Like he's getting a movie.
Exactly.
So good on him.
6 seasons and a movie.
Good on him.
You gotta, like, this is what I was talking about, details. Like, look at this Loth cat on the side of this helmet. Like, this is amazing. Like, this is going to be hands down the what do you call it? Cosplay for the next like 12 months, when it comes to Star Wars. You know, like there's cosplayers out there making this helmet as we speak. So that's pretty sick. Let's keep it. Wait. So Sabine is on the run from some kind of little. If you can see the ship in the background, that'll come back to play. And she's like, "Oh, you need to come back. We need to fight. We're a family. Mi familia."
I kind of like that they like, because of where this is, they've all, because the thing with Rebels though is when it ends, they all go their separate ways.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is kind of like, okay, now we got to pick up those pieces. So I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of like, anyway, yeah, I think that I'm curious to see how they're going to get the band back together. And but I think also because of that ending with Rebels, Brock, it makes it easier to introduce these characters that we've had in our lives for 4 years, for 4 seasons on TV, to people who haven't had them. It makes it easier because now you got to go back and get them and kind of reintroduce them that way. So I think it actually worked to Filoni and Co.'s advantage to have it pick up from a spot where they disbanded.
Yeah. No, I agree. Like, it's like, I'm curious if like the first episode will have them wearing their like animation clothes, and then they'll be like, okay, now we wear whatever we want, sort of thing. But like Star Wars, they don't change their outfits that often, I suppose. Does this look like to you? This looks like Lothal, like they're in the city at a landing bay, right? Yeah? Yeah, all right, cool. Let's keep going. Okay, we see some kind of this. This looks like Lothal. Like I feel like in Rebels they did this constantly, where they're like looking at a hologram of the city. I could be
the
wrong.
show's gonna come out and Bob Iger's gonna be like, turn Batu into Lothal.
I mean, I was gonna say it is. I think. Oh gosh, Navarro is more Galaxy's Edge than anything than Batu, or Batu and Navarro like the same thing. So that ship she was running from is like, it's like I'm gonna go under this thing, so we're gonna get some cool action shots for sure. I was looking at this before, and I swear this looked like an X-wing to me at first. I was like, no, it's a different ship. And then we get a cool looking astromech unit. I like that they're just like, hey, we can do some different style.
People are pointing out online that this is very reminiscent, I believe, of a Goodbye to Med2, see Mike, reminiscent of an R2 figure or some kind of astromech droid figure that came out like in the 80s, I think. I haven't looked it up because I only saw this once, but I saw people posting on, like multiple people posting it online. So, you know what? Wouldn't surprise me if that's where they got the inspiration for this from, because it's probably Favreau's or Filoni's favorite toy from his childhood. He goes, you know what toy I really like?
Like the dollar store version of a Star Wars figure.
Yeah,
it's Star Battles.
it's like the ripoff. It's the GoBot for the Transformers.
Yeah, the GoBots. Let's keep going. What do we got here? Here we go. We saw a bit of this, but we hear Ezra speak. Yeah. I don't remember him speaking. I remember this shot, but yeah, we hear him. It's like, I can't remember what he says. It's like something about the Jedi. It's just kind of weird. It's like, is this a recording of him before he fights or before he sacrifices himself, or?
And they bring it up right after Sabine calls Ahsoka master, also, right?
Yes. I thought that was later on, but yeah, like that's interesting. How did you take that to mean?
She's like, totally trained.
She was totally training. There's no training. Like,
I took it as she was training.
Was she though? I remember
no, not in Rebels. I'm thinking between the Rebels, because if you remember, Rebels ends, and then they skip ahead, and Ahsoka shows up to Sabine, and Sabine has shorter hair, which we see in this. So there's going to be a period that goes right from when Rebels ends, I think, to the time that they reconnect at the end of that epilogue. And I feel like sometime before that, she was probably training with Ahsoka in the ways of the Jedi, because she had the Darksaber, right? She was training. She probably picked up on some stuff. So that's but I don't. It's not in Rebels though. It's like after Rebels.
Yeah, I know, but like, I don't know. Like, they never really say anything about Sabine having the Force. She has the Darksaber, but like, there's a whole episode with her and Kanan like training so she can wield it just as a weapon. And like, she's like struggles with it, but whatever, we'll all game with it. I will say right now, making her Force sensitive, because I don't think she is. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't want her to be. I didn't want Finn to be either, and he ended up being it. So I don't. But she does. She's going to go head to head with Shin-Hati. So maybe she is a little bit, or maybe she was just. Maybe Ahsoka, because Ahsoka's not a Jedi, so maybe Ahsoka was just training her how to use, because the Force flows through everybody, so maybe Ahsoka was training her how to utilize whatever. Look, in August 23rd, not at the beginning of August when I could watch every episode and have a lot of fun with it, now it's at the very end of my bad leave. When it's August 23rd, we'll get more answers, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, Vermont Mike.
Ezra.
Oh, maybe she was being snarky, says Heidi. Maybe she's just being snarky.
That I honestly feel like that's actually the answer.
Probably. But I'm going with she was trained, because everyone's a Jedi in Star Wars now, okay?
Okay, perfect. So we see her her Mandalorian getup from the show that looks pretty much on point for the show. Her helmet isn't as spray painted as it was, like that was her whole character arc where she's like an artist, but she cuts her hair and like it's like wow, she really does look like the character, the animated character. And then of course I love that this mural is exactly what it looks like in the show. Like that's great.
Yeah.
Lightspeed. Who doesn't like? And then there's our first look of like this droid that I can't remember its name, but just straight out of Rebels. August 23rd, as you said. Both lightsabers. And who is she battling? I can't tell. It definitely is an Inquisitor of some sort.
Yeah, there's some kind of Inquisitor hunting her. This is probably how the show starts, I'd imagine. Like, and maybe like this is where she get wind of like Thrawn's coming. You know, I'm curious if this is after, if all of this show is after season 2 of The Mandalorian, or some of it's before we meet her in season 2 of Mandalorian, and then some of it's after we meet her. And I'm curious if that's how it's going to play out.
This character, oops, I moved the screen. This character on the left definitely is a droid of some sort, and this looks like, obviously we see a red light, so that's Inquisitor for sure. Fight. Mural. Looks awesome. Some of this stuff is starting to bleed, like, because this looks like...
There's a Purgle.
Oh, there you go. Yes.
Is it?
I thought this was a building. No, yeah, you're right. Oh my gosh. See, this is why we're doing this. Because I would have...
That was the one thing I noticed when I was walking. I was like, was that a Purgle? But I'm not going to rewind you because I'm watching it on Twitter, and rewinding on Twitter is not fun. Oh, man. Like, we got space whales in Mandalorian now. So they kind of like have been introduced. This is just awesome.
This is so smart. Like, I think people are going to really appreciate, like, perhaps we'll see a light, like, Purgle in when they're in Lightspeed, so that where people are like, oh, that's like from Mando season 3, and go back and watch. This looks like Ahsoka's wearing some kind of like X-wing jumpsuit. It looks different from what she usually wears.
Oh, yeah, it does look a little different.
Yeah.
I don't know. Hey, do you think in the James Mangold film that we'll get maybe like a Bendu?
Oh man,
the Bendu.
I would do whatever it takes to get that. You know me. I want more Bendu stuff.
Like I don't know if he's knowledgeable at all in that, but like it would make sense for a Bendu to be in the movie about the Force coming. Maybe not. I don't know. I haven't seen the script. What do I know? This trailer was, well, he sent it to me. I just haven't had time. This trailer, though, as we get like, it was almost exactly because of people like were iffy on Mando season 3 and Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan. And Andor was a different kind of iffy from a lot of people, but because people have been iffy on the last few Star Wars, is it's like this trailer needed to just pop, and it like it popped. And like I felt the same way with the Blue Beetle trailer that came out today, where I'm like, this trailer's gonna have to freaking like blow everyone away. I thought it was a fine trailer, but I don't think it did what this trailer did. I think this trailer was more like, look at this, right? It had more oomph to it, I thought, than the Blue Beetle one. I felt the Blue Beetle one still fell a little bit short. I hope it does well. It looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun, but this trailer was like, it needed to like hit all the boxes, check all the boxes, and I feel like it did. I don't know, but
I agree. No, it's like it seems even brighter than normal Star Wars stuff. Like the only dark stuff is when they're in like space. So
it feels like an original trilogy. Okay, I'm gonna try. I have to word this properly. It feels like the original trilogy made during the prequel era. Like it feels like if they would have made the original trilogy, but with the technology from 2000 in the 70s, like it feels like that, where we got like that, like the original kind of look, but it's a little bit more glossy because of the prequels. That's kind of how I'm looking at it, like how I think it looks, whereas we've kind of gotten like all in on it or whatever. But this looks like a blend of everything together.
Yeah. No, I agree. How much we got left here? Like 30 seconds. This looks like I don't know. At first, I was like, "Is this like an Imperial suit?" But maybe it's just like the jumpsuit she wears under her Mando armor. I don't know. And there we go. We haven't seen this shot, right? I mean, I think we've seen pictures of this of General Thrawn, but I don't remember in the first trailer seeing him face on.
No, we never saw his face, but we saw this image was a leaked image from Celebration. So the exact same shot, but this is our first official look at Thrawn's face, and he's in The Witcher, so I'm all in on what's his face here. He's my bread and butter right now.
The internet has made so many pictures of Thrawn from different actors to the point that like the skin, his blue skin, makes me think it's like, no, this is not real. Like, but it's like,
I know it's so true.
It's like it shows you how like easy it is to make someone look like Thrawn. It's just sort of, I mean. Sorry, which Mikkelsen is this? This is not Mads Mikkelsen.
It's Lars from The Witcher, Brock. From The Witcher,
which I haven't watched, but like Lars Mikkelsen does look like Thrawn as he is drawn in the series, so it's like it's great.
And like he did the voice, and his voice was perfect. And he's an
darkness,
yeah, and it's dark too. What are the odds? I honestly these.
Oh, I hate this.
No, say it.
No, I hate this shot because this just means, she's trying to use the Force with the hand out.
Or she's saying, stop. My mom's name is Martha, too.
Stop or my mom will shoot.
both of their moms are named Martha.
Yeah, there you go. And she does. Yeah, she's using a green lightsaber, though.
Yeah, she uses Ezra's lightsaber. Well, there was a leaked photo of her holding the lightsaber from Celebration as well, I believe.
See, like, I can buy the fact that like she's a Mandalorian, therefore she is a great warrior, so she should be able to like hold her way in a fight. The late Ray Stevenson, look at this, like, and they're in this whatever.
Has a
compass,
world yeah, so maybe it's not World Between Worlds; it's just a compass vibes. Yeah.
So like that must be important because it looks like they go back there a bunch of times, unless there's one scene and Ahsoka shows up. What we got here? She's running on some kind of. Oh, they're blowing it up. Great. Boom. And there's that droid again. I'm sure there's a name.
Dale, give us a name for the droid. Encyclopedia Dale.
Encyclopedia Dale.
Dale
I think this is another shot of one of the Inquisitors. Yeah, because that definitely looks good. Yeah, maybe that's
the same fight as earlier. I think the same fight as earlier.
Yeah, it is. Again,
look at
lightsaber.
That. More stabbing.
Yeah, exactly. Let me go back. I can't get it right on. But anyway, yeah, Ahsoka flying. That's great. What else? Here we go. This is what I was talking about earlier. We got the fun, like freaking Filoni loves his lightsaber.
So do I. Try spinning. That's a good trip.
Yeah, that's a good meme. And they're in the woods fighting like all Jedis do in the woods.
Yeah. Do you think that the planet they're fighting on is actually a murder planet style planet where there's?
I hope so. I really hope so. It's their starting murder planet. Oh no, wait! Is it murder planet Ilium? So it's a snow planet.
Yeah, it's Ilium, snow planet. Yeah. What? No, this is a different one. This is another one.
And then the biggest reveal: 2-episode premiere.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Boom. So
sweet.
Yeah. Solid trailer. Very excited. But one more thing that we want to talk about before I stop sharing screen is boom. Do you see that?
Nope.
Wait, does it go away?
Mine still says 2-episode premiere.
Hold on.
Which I'm all in on. I didn't even notice that when I was walking. Yeah, I'm gonna just talk to you. I didn't notice that until while I was walking today. I just saw it now, so I'm excited for that. I like that Andor was a 3-episode, and I really think Book of Boba Fett would have benefited from being a 3-episode premiere. Still, but okay. Are we done?
Mm-hmm.
There's no more sharing screen.
No, do you see the picture of the Lego characters?
No. No. Did anybody else?
Well, I
did.
can't see
Maybe
what I'm doing. So
my internet's terrible,
I
so
think
maybe other people did.
Hold on. As long as you can hear me,
Like,
that's the important thing.
oh, I can hear you. That's that's what counts. We're all right. Podcast
Sure.
after all.
I did it in a PowerPoint. There it is.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. What a okay. Full disclosure. I mean, you're not gonna get an actor to look like a little elf.
Yeah.
And you're like, I mean, you could, I guess, but I don't know. I first of all, it's a Lego figure. I don't know what to make of it. So I'll wait till I see the show. And if you want me to critique the green hair versus brown hair, I'm not gonna do it.
I mean,
I'm just not gonna do it.
It does blow my mind how Lego constantly reveals characters in different. So whatever. Heidi mentioned that before, so I wanted to show that picture.
That's actually Jason Sandula is a character though. Like that is one where when your parents watch this show, when that character shows up and what's her face is like, hair is like, this is my son. They're gonna be like, well, why doesn't the son have squid arms coming out of its head?
I don't know.
Sorry. My internet must be really bad because you just like whatever you said before, the video just caught up to what you're saying. So
no, that's happening on my end too.
Okay, you're moving in fast motion. Yeah. I'm laughing because you were like in fast motion.
You see, James, when you share a screen, your bandwidth gets even more slower because in video is usually the
You're in a band?
Yeah. Did my audio ever cut out? Like
no.
You've been able to hear me the entire time, right?
Yeah,
so
no,
thank God.
Your video caught up after, and you were like speeding, but you weren't saying anything. I'm gonna watch this on playback just to see how amazing it is.
Oh, I've been watching on YouTube. It's like, yeah, it's been happening. But anyways,
I think it's just a great trailer for what I hope is a great show. I hope it puts the naysayers like. It'll be nice to enjoy Star Wars again.
Yep.
Unanimously with our friends.
It was great, and it's just great to have some content in our Star Wars drought.
Yeah, because honestly, because I didn't want to. We won't go into it. Maybe we'll talk about it next week. Where like, because I was thinking about we kind of geeked out about Deadpool and Wolverine yesterday a little bit, and like the whole reason why there's Deadpool movie is because Ryan Reynolds leaked that footage of Deadpool like a little snake.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like 10 years ago, whenever it was, he leaked some footage.
Yeah,
and that movie is like they're showing everything from that movie, but the Flash showed nothing and it bumped. Anyway, okay, let's move on to the odds. You want to go to the odds?
Never tell me the odds.
Yeah, Patreon.
Never Tell Me the Odds, brought to you, me, and everyone in the galaxy by patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast. If you like what we do, why don't you come and support us so that we can have faster internet and we can just do what every other YouTuber does and go frame by frame through a video. But we love Star Wars, so any support is great. You gonna say something?
Nope.
So go on down to Rebel Scum Podcast, patreon.com/Rebel Scum Podcast, and support us in any way you do, just like the following people: Heidi Feder, executive producer, Barry Brophy, Dennis Allen, Randy Kenobi, Mary Kristen Aton, Jeff Wilson, Phil Staniforth, Rez, Scott D, Josh Price,
Matt W, Frank Perkins, Neil Lowry, Cosmic Girl 02, Gleek Play 1, Disney Desi, Charlotte Denner, Nerds, Kayla Davis, and Dale Erdman, Dalepedia. My phone's on like 1%, so I'm like, oh no, is it gonna die? I don't have a charger with me. Never Tell Me the Odds. The first odd brought to us by Patreon. Thank you so much for all your support. We really appreciate it. Thrawn will get captured. Never Tell Me the Odds that Thrawn will get captured either on purpose or otherwise, but when I say on purpose, I mean, you know how the Joker's always like, oh, you got me in prison, Batman, and then he has like a plan to escape like that. Like, is he going to get captured on purpose, or will he get captured, Brock?
Don't know. That is a good one. The odds of that happening, I want to go 30%. Guys, I feel like Thrawn. No, I feel like maybe you would. No, I'm gonna go 30%. It's Thrawn. He always has a plan.
Yeah, that's why maybe he'll get captured to get his plan to get closer. I don't think he will either. I'm going to go 27%. Because that'd be weird. Like, we come to get you, Thrawn. All right, I'm here and I'm guilty. Take me in. Our next on Never Telling the Odds, Jason Sandula will pilot his own ship. Will Jason Sandula be a pilot of his own ship? Because we don't know what age he's going to be at this point. We don't know what the time jump is. So will Jason Sandula pilot his own ship?
I'm going to go 60%. I don't know how big of a character he's going to be, but if he is going to be in one or two scenes, I feel like he's going to for sure jump in that pilot seat. Right? Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go Brock. Yeah, because I don't know. I can see him piloting his own ship, but whether or not it's this season or not, I don't know. But I can see it happening. I just don't know. I don't know how old he's going to. If he's 11, I don't think it's going to happen. But like honestly, if he's like 16 to 20, I could see it happening, and that ain't.
Yeah.
Dale's making me laugh because how do you mention the Finn Calrissian puzzle from 2015? Merchandising is always right, and that puzzle's now at the dollar store, and Dale's at $24,000 on eBay. And our final odd today: the Dark Jedi want Thrawn dead. They don't want him to lead; they want to kill him.
Oh yeah. That's right. I forgot what era we're talking about. So it's like those Inquisitors aren't like I actually thought the thumbnail that the video made when I downloaded it showed Ray Stevenson character standing in that landing bay, and I stared at it for like 30 seconds. Like, is that the Emperor? Because his belt kind of looked like the Emperor because it's all black. So yeah, like this is like even though the Inquisitors are a big part of Rebels, like. This isn't their time of power, so I didn't even think about that. Like that's wild. I like that thought, so I'm gonna go 80% because that would be cool if like our big bad is also got other villains to deal with.
I'm gonna go full Brock. That's two full Brocks for me because that's why I feel that way. But also, I don't know, it might be too much going on if they do that. Also, so. They're probably just looking for Thrawn as well for their own benefit.
Let us know what this isn't the Thrawn you're looking for.
Oh, let us know your odds in the comments below. Brock, you got some news?
No, there's like no news outside of Ahsoka.
But Wolverines,
avenge me!
How am I supposed to come back after news wearing this mask? How am I supposed to come back from news wearing this mask?
Snicked.
Hey, bub. Oh no, Thanos got me.
It's the thing I'm the best at, and what I'm the best at isn't very good.
I just threw it in a box of Christmas ornaments, went flying. Avenge me. The Millennium Falcon's got. Thanks. Then we're going to my top five is going to be tough because I don't know what it is. Top five, standing by. Top five, my first top five is Ahsoka. And these are top five moments from the trailer, everyone.
Mm-hmm.
From the Ahsoka trailer that dropped today. My number five, Ahsoka versus Inquisitor.
Yeah, that was sick. That was really cool. My number five, which is actually gave me an audible. I like went, was at the end where it said 2-episode premiere. I'm like, yeah.
yeah. My number four is Sabine versus Shinhati.
Sounds like a mushroom.
with their light. It probably is. That's probably he probably had like a mushroom soup and was like, "What kind of mushroom is this?" And I'm like, "Shit, hot." And he's like, it's a dark mushroom, sir. A dark Jedi." I'm gonna go with when they're fighting each other with lightsabers because lightsabers are cool, and Sabine is a Jedi Knight like her father before her. Like her father before her.
My number 4 is gonna be Sabine's cool helmet with the Lothcat sticker on the. Oh, that's actually that'll be for sure like a sticker in Artist Alley in every Comic-Con once like that premieres. Even probably now after this weekend.
Yeah, for sure. Number 3, Purgle.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah, Space Whales.
Yeah, no, that's my number 3 as well because I didn't even notice it on the first go, and like the fact that it's there is like.
Kind of hoping you'd give me a little bit more time to think about my number 2.
I can do my number 2.
All right, go for it.
Maybe
I'll just copy yours.
My number 2 is easy. The mural that looks exactly like it does in the show. It's like that's awesome.
My number 2 will be Sabine calling Ahsoka master. Because it got us talking. Yeah. We don't know what it is. Know what it is.
Yeah.
That's why it got us
talking. That is my number 1 because I was like, oh! Even though
I thought you were annoyed that it was on the list.
Even though that like I just said I don't want her to have the Force, like still that's quite a reveal. You're like, oh.
Yeah, it's a bigger. My number 1 is just Balin stabbing the guy through the.
Oh, one thing I didn't say because we couldn't hear the audio. Balin's like opening line in that trailer where he's like, "We're no Jedi." It's like, oh, nice.
And they name drop Anakin all the time, which I should have picked an Anakin name drop, but I didn't. I'm going with Balin just stabbing the crap out of the guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Who comes back to life? He's Lord Santeca. You can't stab someone with a lightsaber. They survive now. The rules. Isn't it? We got 2 stabbings in this trailer. Who would have thought? We got 2 like violence. You dead. Yeah, you dead. Die somewhere else, Deadite. That's it. Those are our top 5. Let us know what your top 5 are in the comments below. This was a fun. We should do this again next week and just break down next week's trailer as well.
And then I'll go like this.
What just happened? I'm really excited for the show. I was excited before. I was less excited when I couldn't watch it all August, but whatever. You know what though? I've said this before. I'm not big on watching TV in the summertime. Like a summertime, like it's gotta be late at night to watch it. So I'm kind of okay with because then I'd have to wait forever to watch Ahsoka. So I'm okay with it being later in the summer, like towards the end. 2 episodes at once, can't complain. It looks so much fun. It looks. I mean, Rebels. People know, like Star Wars fans know how good Rebels was, and if they're just continuing that, like, how can it not be great?
Yeah, no, I mean, and like Filoni, this is his project. Him alone. Well, I don't know. Is Favreau is working on this as well?
I think he's producing it, but I think even Favreau said this is like Filoni's baby. He wrote every episode. I believe he wrote every episode. He's a showrunner, wrote the episodes, and he's directed. I think all. No, maybe he directed them all. Anyway, he's a big part of it.
Yeah. So
Dale will know. He'll correct me in the comments.
Anyways, all this excitement has made me tired, so let's end this podcast.
Yeah, I gotta go watch Below Deck. Season finale of Below Deck, and let me tell you, Brock, it is picking up steam. Sailing. They're on a sailing yacht now. It's, can I just side Akbar for a second on how I watched, how I like 2 weeks ago, I'm like, I can't watch Dune. It's too nerdy. And today I'm like, I finished The Witcher. Like I'm very inconsistent with what I watch.
Nice.
But Jersey Shore returns in August, so that's a bonus as well. Thanks everybody. Anything else you want to say, bro?
No, that's I am counting down the days to Ahsoka coming out, and And then I think I will try to rewatch Rebels. So hopefully by next week I'll probably maybe have watched a bunch of stuff. So
And Fantasia and I don't know what it was, 5 years ago, we did I Rebel on the channel. I don't know if you remember that. We did I Rebel. Maybe I'll just they're all on here, but maybe I'll re-upload them while Journey to Ahsoka. Watch our old videos where I'm still fat and Andrew is like twice as big, and we both have way more hair.
Yeah.
But we have the same opinions. It was a good show. I'm glad to see it. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. It's been fantastic. 42 more days till Ahsoka. Brock, you were always scum.
Rebel scum.
Don't forget to give us a thumbs up on our video. As always, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, Rebel Scum Podcast, for all the latest videos.